Scores and sets to number 11.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And alongside us is Shams Charania, who'll be hanging out, chatting with us for a bit. Shams, great to have you with us as always, man.
Absolutely. And BA, there's a lot to talk about these days, so thanks for having me.
Tee us up now. Is the news robust or minimal at this time of year?
Oh, BA, it's always fluid with me.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
The starters for Utah. We've got Keontae George, Bailey out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailu. And it's Nurkic in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for New York, Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride, and it's Towns in at the 5, down low. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen against Hart. Puts up a 3. Markkanen misses. And here are the Knicks. Towns on a screen to the paint. And it's Towns with the power finish.
An absolute beast in the pick and roll. Towns rolls off ready to score. He doesn't disappoint either.
Markkanen outside. And a miss there on the triple. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Ali. All right, chums, I got to ask you a personal question here. You know, screen time, that pops up on your cell phone. When your phone gives you that usage report, I assume that daily average is in double digits?
BA, I haven't looked. I don't want to look, to be honest. I'm clearly a power user, that's for sure. I think I would be ashamed of the screen time I have. Speaking of which, BA, do we have any outlets here at the desk here? Can I charge my phone right now? Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I got it, BA.
The Shams carbon footprint. It's impressive. We got to get our news, though. And it's Utah with the ball. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to McBride. New York working the ball around now. Bridges finds Hart. Towns a screen on Nurkic. They grab their own miss. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Exactly what they needed from Towns. Using his size and strength to box out and keep that play alive.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Brunson passes to Bridges. Back to Brunson for 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 4. George, right side. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
McBride passes to Bridges. And it's off from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Bailey. His nightly numbers respectable, putting up 10 points a game. Inside, here's Brunson. The rebound by the Jazz. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen from long range. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Major force from Mikal Bridges there.
Shams, a personal question for you. This is just about the industry in general. I know you have all these sources. You don't reveal your sources. No good journalist does. But what's in it for them?
You know, B.A., I'm going to tell you guys, because this is a nice family environment here at the desk. It's always something for me, 365, 24/7. These are real relationships. It's always a two-way street when it comes to whether it's a source or relationship that I have in this industry. And right now, more than ever, it's a relationship business. You can't just show up when you need someone. And so for me, I go every day and try to build the best relationships I can.
Hey, and let's face it, we're in the entertainment industry. And how entertaining is it to get a scoop from Shams?
Come on now, we're all waiting for it.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Knicks, still early, but they have the third best record in the conference.
You know, for the Knicks, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
The big man from Finland, Lowry, getting up.
Hart with a screen on George. And that one's good. Brunson's got 8.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
George passes to Bailey. Here's Markkanen hitting his third shot in 7 looks.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Back to Brunson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Markkanen. Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 8.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Outside Hart. Pass to McBride. For 3, Bridges. Sinks the tray.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big 3 super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, B.A., the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. You saw Miami with their Big 3 win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it to George. 4-3 on target from range. George has got his second basket of the game.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Brunson taking his time here. George with a steal. It's Markkanen on the wing. The 3-ball. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Now just a 1-point New York lead.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Hart passes to Towns. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Nurkic, a screen on Brunson. George for 3. Hits the trifecta. George has got his third bucket of the night.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And some changes here for New York. Yabusele comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Clarkson subbed in for McBride. Towns with the ball. 35 points his last game. Yabusele the screen. Clarkson for 3. It's rebounded by George. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And the bucket is good. Towns has got 6 points.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
And it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver says the league has been supercharged by technology. Social media and our phones are a big part of the game.
Can you imagine it any other way at this point?
Absolutely not.
Here's Mikhailuk. No made baskets yet. The 3. Bailey's shot is off. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Now here's Nurkic. Over Towns. Utah with another miss. Outside Hart. Nifty move. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Now it's a 5-point New York lead.
You really see Hart's athleticism inside. I mean, he can bounce, he can twist and turn, really good body control. Whatever it takes to score, he usually can make it happen.
And here's Bailey for 3. Drops in the 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Shot's good by Hart.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
Markkanen outside. Offline with a 3.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Brunson. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Yabusele outside. Off the mark there with a 3. Jazz trail by 5. George with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Markkanen sets a screen. Let's go with a 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I am happy to be a part of it. DA?
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Mikhailuk. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to Nurkic. George for 3. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 4. Outside Brunson. They get it back. Here's Yabusele. And Yabusele slams it in.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win. You can't make brain-neutral mistakes like that. I mean, he may get an earful later.
Now here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. And again, the Knicks missing. A deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's New York, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's Kolek in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Shibwe. And he banks in the layup. And Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But, BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen, and that could be in the summer, too.
Hey, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse.
Always ready.
Now here's Clarkson. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Kolek. Lets it go. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Here's Collier. Here's Shibwe. Here's Sensabaugh. And they pick up 2. Sensabaugh's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Clarkson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Elevating like a rocket booster. Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Hendricks. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Filipowski. Three-pointer. The rebound by Yabusele. Now here's Clarkson. Tightly guarded. And here's Robinson. Here's Kolek. New York working the ball around now. Back to Clarkson. The 3. Utah with the rebound.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Hendricks. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Jazz trail by 6. To the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Kolek. Then for Utah, Markkanen's checked in for Shibwe. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. McBride passes to Towns. Robinson a screen on Markkanen. New York again can't hit. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Mikhailuk. Yet to see a basket. And here's Bailey for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Shams, with so many entertainment options out there, Commissioner Silver has said the league cannot be complacent.
Boy, is there ever. I mean, you think about the new TV deals. You think about the rise of social media. We're seeing so much innovation in this world, just in general, across all sports, and the NBA is no different. And certainly, the league office has been very proactive, looking to improve this product at every turn, and a lot of this is around social media and around the internet and around their young consumers and young fans.
He'll miss some of these from time to time, especially when he feels some pressure on the way out.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Miles McBride at the line, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. And so he hits both. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. He's scoreless. Pass to Bailey. The three is up. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Clarkson. He's got 5. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Collier. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Pass to Bailey. Launches it. And it's New York with a rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Right wing. Towns, right side. 6 to shoot. Back to McBride. Floats one. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Utah has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 14 to the inside. Here's Collier. McBride covers. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Well, the Knicks shooting the ball at 43% from the field. The Cat can leap. Towns with the big finish on the lob.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
With the amount of damage he's doing inside, a defensive adjustment must be made.
And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson, and Brunson is subbed in for Bridges. And Utah with a change here too. George is checked in. Bailey, the pass to George. Here's the three. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Clarkson for 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
George passes to Nurkic. Markkanen from long range. Markkanen sticks one from distance.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Towns finds Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Right side McBride. From downtown, Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic just got 4 rebounds in the game. And Shams with younger teams like OKC taking the reins. New stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
And it's Clarkson missing.
And his struggles have been apparent, unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Bailey, the pass to George. Nurkic, a screen on Brunson. Markkanen outside. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 7. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside Brunson. To stop the run. That one no good. Ooh, nice D from George. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Just bullies his way in. Lauri Markkanen
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for New York. Josh Hart comes in for Yabusele, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Towns for three. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brunson against George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges outside. We've got 1:48 left in the second. Fast break, Utah. George outside. Pass to Markkanen. The three-pointer off the mark. All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Jazz leading by 8. Pass to Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Utah.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now here's McBride. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Puts up the 8-footer. That's good from Towns. On the assist from Hart. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Mikhailuk. His first shot coming late. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now McBride. Here's Towns, defended by Nurkic. Steps back. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for the Jazz. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And for that game against the Thunder, this is a proving ground game, a benchmark challenge. Anytime you go against the numero uno in the league, you gotta come full strength. Do they have enough firepower to pull off the W? It's gonna be tough.
Time to talk now about what we saw in that first half of play. Lauri Markkanen was putting on a show. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Knicks trail by 7. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. We've got Bailey. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Keyonte George. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Towns a screen on George. Towns outside. Lets it go from deep. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one. George outside. Markkanen with a screen on Brunson. Here's George. Count it. George has got 10 points.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back over to you, Brian.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Markkanen with a screen on Brunson. From deep. The Knicks with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And it's New York scoring again.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Timeout, Utah.
And they're top 5 in preventing points. They have a number of guys who can defend multiple positions, and they work well together as a unit.
And you brought up their ranking in second chance points. That's so important to this team. From a physical and mental standpoint, they want opponents to know it's going to be a long night. Now here's Bridges. He's got 5. Takes a step back. Fades. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Keontae George.
Heady fake by Brunson. Of course, his dad was an outstanding player. He's from a basketball-playing family. I mean, heck, you grow up in the family business of hoops, you expect to be good.
And he makes the first. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help, because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Both shots good from the stripe. In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Now here's Bridges. And his scoring average impressive, putting up 17 a game. Outside Brunson. Shot clock at 6. For the tie. And the jumper is good. Brunson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
60.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. George scanning the floor. Pass to Mikhailuk. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got assist number 7 tonight. Outside McBride. Now Towns. Right side Hart. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. That shot is off. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Mikhailuk. 3-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Towns with room to shoot. Utah grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Down low. Markkanen takes the bump and sinks the shot.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Brunson finds Towns. Towns is screen on Markkanen. Back to Towns. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Towns has got 21 points in the game. And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Josh Hart.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe. They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Towns. He's got 21. Bridges outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Pass to Bailey. Now here's George. Markkanen with a screen on Brunson. For 3, George. It doesn't go for him. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Hart. It's Bridges on the wing. From the arc. It's rebounded by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Bailey. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by McBride. The Knicks have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Outside Brunson. And he gets it to go. Brunson's got 10 points here in the second half.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Brunson against George. Nurkic passes to George. And here's Markkanen. Fires the 3. And there's the call on Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Knicks trail by 4. Towns on a screen. Outside Brunson. Pass to Hart. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Hart's got 9 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's good for 2. And the Jazz lead by 4.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Towns, right side. Pass to Clarkson. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And he drives in. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a 6-point Jazz lead.
And such a sturdy frame on George. I mean, it makes it easier for him to take those shots on his way to the rim.
For 3, Bridges. Utah grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Mykhailiuk, the pass to Nurkic. Yes, it's good. Nurkic has gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate. There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Knicks trail by 6. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, B.A., building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
And so it's Utah with it after the basket by New York on the other end. There's a screen by Nurkic, and here's Bailey for 3, and it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Now here's Hart. He's got 9. Pass to Bridges. New York working the ball around now. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And it's Clarkson missing.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
A nice shot by Filipowski.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Yabusele comes in for Hart. Kolek comes in for Jalen Brunson. Then for Utah, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. New York, again, can't hit.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Jazz. And here's Clarkson. 5 points in the game. Looking to get back on track. On the wing, Clarkson buries it from 3. Clarkson's got 8 points.
That's his second made 3, first of this half.
78-73.
George outside. Markkanen sets a screen. There's the triple. And it's New York with a rebound. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds in the game.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. It's rebounded by George. And so George will bring it up for Utah. It's a 5-point game. Good. Collier's got 4 points this quarter.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
Clarkson outside. Three-pointer. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah ahead, up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Kershawn Yabusele out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Kolek in a 2-guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Pass to Towns. Outside McBride. Oh, Towns with the big presence.
Look, how do you come up with a strategy to defend Towns on a night like this? I'm anxious to see you try.
There's a screen. Here's Markkanen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Markkanen's got 32 points in the game.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Pass to Towns. Now Yabusele. Clarkson for 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
Here's Hendricks. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't drop.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
McBride passes to Clarkson. This one for 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Sensabaugh. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's a 7-point Utah lead.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
And that one's good. Clarkson.
That's his second tray of this half. For the game, he's got 9 points from beyond the arc.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Markkanen against Yabusele. Pass to Collier. And the basket is good. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Kolek. Towns outside. Cat doing what he does.
You see the way Towns is able to extend over the defense? Just too long, too big to be guarded effectively, especially when he gets this deep.
Pass to Hendricks. For 3, Collier. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. There's the 3. Utah grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Markkanen outside. Takes the 3. Towns with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
New York working the ball around now. Pass to Clarkson from outside the arc. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And it's now only a 1-point Jazz lead. Here's Collier. Markkanen outside. Markkanen stretching the floor.
I love the response from Markkanen. He's a confident three-point shooter.
Here's Kolek. Towns outside. Launches a 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Another 3 for Utah.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Towns, left side. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. No good on the triple.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Towns on the screen. McBride on the wing. Robbed. To the inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Towns can't get it to go.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Out to the right wing. Markkanen from long range. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Over to the left wing. Back to McBride to win the drought. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Markkanen outside. Lets the 3 fly. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Now here's McBride. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks. The Jazz have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. For three, Collier. The Knicks pull it in. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Towns on a screen. Outside McBride. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Filipowski. And there's the rejection. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Yabusele. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball for the Knicks. Josh Hart's checked in for Yabusele. Mikal Bridges comes in for Kolek. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. A big group substitution here for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. Mikhailuk's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Collier. Here's George. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. 4 on the clock. Here's Mikhailuk. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 6. He was all alone on that one. Clarkson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Nurkic a screen on Bridges. And here's Bailey for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 6.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Back to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Bridges passes to Towns. Pass to Brunson. Leaning into the contact. Brunson with the finish inside.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. McBride, he's checked in for Clarkson. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
All right, appreciate it, Allie. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. McBride covers. He's off from 3. Knicks trail by 4. Brunson. Oh, the physicality of Brunson.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Here's Markkanen. Takes a 3. Bridges pulls it down. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
And that's in.
You know, he's such an unpredictable player because of his change of pace, his great footwork, his deceptive strength. When you least expect it, Brunson hits you with that floater, and you're defenseless against him.
Here's Mikhailuk. McBride covers. George fires. Money from 3.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Laurie.
Brunson. Quick 2. Oh, net.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's George. Nurkic a screen on Brunson. George! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
He just showed us why they need to respect his shot.
Brunson against George. Right side, Brunson. Bridges down low. Hard outside. Oh, missed on the tray.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
And he commits the intentional foul. Here's George. George draws the double. Here's Nurkic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
George draws the double. Markkanen outside. Misses the three.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Nurkic with a rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Brunson. The 3 is off. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by New York. 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9. He's perfect from the line this time.
Making all of those. Putting this game in the refrigerator.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
All right. Thanks, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks.